Oh yeah, there we go. Now we in action.
Is now we're recording?
Now you're recording.
Now we're live?
Now you're live.
I'm live? Why aren't you in the frame?
I need to eat my crackers.
I thought you said you wanted the fame. You wanted the clout.
I need to eat my crackers.
I thought you were part of Team Clout Chaser.
This is very hard to open with just one hand. I already dropped it.
Well, that's why I gave you the Gorilla Pod, so that way you can like just squeeze with your like legs to hold it or something.
No, it's not that easy.
Well, I mean, it's a tripod, so you can kind of like.
Yes, but there's more of like this up here, so it's gonna fly back and forth.
Anyways.
Physics.
Oh, now you're a physician.
Ah, see, and I'm holding it with my hand.
Now you're a physics professional.
No.
Yeah.
It's common sense.
Common sense. Okay. Anyways. You're graduating soon.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Yes.
How do you feel about graduating soon?
Yes.
We didn't even check to see what would be the fastest route to get to your school today.
No, never. Hold on. This is not working. Let's put this down here.
We're gonna switch this up and just make this about you. It's off, like it's off to the side.
What do you mean?
You gotta straighten it up.
I'm trying. Wait, what'd you do with this? Oh wait, that's.
Yeah, you gotta make that adjustment.
Oh, nobody saw that. Alright.
More straight.
Oh. Cool.
Got it.
I'm gonna sit.
Did the other lens feel like wider though?
This is uncomfortable. I don't know. Probably.
Cause yeah, see that's the zoom. I don't know. I felt like you were able to get in the frame a lot better with the other one. Or was that just because I had it like over here before?
Yeah.
And then.
Oh my god! Hold on.
What are you doing?
It kind of hurts to like that.
Okay, I told you it's a tripod, so you could have like extended the legs out.
No, that's not gonna help. Because two of the legs are gonna be off the seat.
Call it physics.
No, that's actually not.
Anyways, so you're graduating soon.
Yeah.
How many weeks?
We're in week 11, so I have 5 more weeks.
5 more weeks.
Well, at this point, 4 in a day, 2 days.
Oh, that's not bad. So what are your like? What are you feeling leading up to this moment? Or you're just not really thinking about it?
I don't know what to do with my life. Oh, my water bottle.
Do you feel like that's like a common theme amongst a lot of senior graduates, that they're not exactly sure what they're going to be doing?
Oh yeah, I've asked everybody and they're like, I have no idea.
What do you think something that... So let's just say if you were doing this all over again, what would you do differently? Don't mind the front collision alert.
Differently.
Yeah, if Panda was going through her senior year of high school and was going to be going through college, how would you do everything kind of like differently? Like, what would you go back and kind of like change or modify or try to do better and to kind of put yourself in a better situation during your senior year of college, I guess?
Oh no. Because like I'm not going to have a job after I graduate. It's just, I don't know what I want to do after I graduate. So my next steps, I guess, are like trying to either shadow or get into offices in different fields. Are they fields? Different fields or whatever. And just see what might be more appealing to me. What might interest me more.
Okay, so you still don't really know like what exactly you want to get into, so that's what it is.
Well, right now I'm leaning to like towards chiropractic care.
Which would consist of what exactly?
What do you mean, which would consist of?
Well, you say chiropractic care, so like what? Because obviously there's like niches even within that.
I haven't really heard of different niches within chiropractic care.
There isn't?
I'm not saying there isn't, I'm saying I haven't heard of any.
Well, that's what I'm asking. So what does that consist of? Like, what would you be doing?
Well, chiropractic care.
A lot of people don't know what chiropractic care is.
Well, it has to do with like alignments and like making sure the bones are in the correct positions and like not like, for instance, in your spine, none of your bones are like impinging on any of the nerves that might be causing you pain in like certain parts of your body and all that stuff.
So you think your ultimate goal would be actually like a chiropractor then?
Maybe.
Now, do you think that you would actually kind of specifically cater towards like certain people, or do you think you would just keep it completely wide open? Because obviously there's some places that specialize in, you know, chiropractic care for like athletes or just other people who've had, you know, traumatic events happen to them. So just curious as to whether you would lean towards one or the other, you would think, or that's just something you kind of have to figure out on your own, or would you just leave it completely wide open and you really wouldn't care?
Sorry, crackers. I'd probably leave it open in the beginning, just because I'd want to leave it open, and then maybe after that, you tend to like gravitate or prefer more of a certain crowd. Just like with coaching, I'm like, oh, coaching the little kids would seem fun. I think I prefer the 6th graders. Not that the 3rd graders aren't like cute and all that, but like they're a little bit harder to tame, I guess you could say.
Focused.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I guess it's like teachers too, right? They have their preferences in terms of what age range they'd want to actually teach, because there's some people who are just like, the little kids just have too much energy, and like you said, they're kind of too hard to, I don't want to say control, but like you said, it's kind of just like...
Just to manage.
Yeah, just to manage. Versus, you know, with slightly older kids, they've kind of already gone through that phase, so... Not to say that there isn't going to be the exception, but I know what you mean.
Oh, the 6th graders still get a little out of control, but they can bring it back better, as opposed to like the 3rd graders.
Yeah. So, would you still want to keep doing like coaching and everything?
If I were working with an older age group, yeah.
On top of like working in a chiropractic setting?
Yeah. As long as it works with, you know, my hours and everything in my schedule.
So you're pretty much so you're not gonna like actually shift towards like coaching or anything like that, trying to make that like a full-time anything? It's more so you actually kind of doing like chiropractic work?
I've also thought about strength and conditioning, but I'm not too sure how I would be on my own with that. Because I feel like there's still a lot of stuff that I would need to learn / have to learn to be able to be an effective strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, well, being a strength coach, I feel like you're actually kind of constantly learning, because I feel like the fitness industry is actually always like evolving, I guess you can kind of say. Just because a lot of even just between the age difference between you and me, I mean, we're what, 10 years apart?
9.
9? Yeah, right. It's like,
wow, come on, keep track, dude.
I'm trying to think of the drive. So we're 9 years apart, but even the way that you were coached, or, you know, in the weight room, was completely different than the way I was coached. That has a little bit to do with the different sports that we played, but I also feel like just in terms of what the fitness industry and, you know, what strength and conditioning was all about before, it's completely different than now.
Yeah, I was about to say that even like now, the way the soccer program is being strength trained and conditioned is different from when I was even there. And that was just 8 years ago tops, because more like 6-ish years, because I didn't play my senior year. But
yeah, so I feel like that's something that, even regardless, like everyone's kind of just learning on the fly, because if you're not learning and adapting to new practices, then you're not going to get the same results like everybody else is getting. So I don't think you should really be concerned about that, to be honest. But obviously having somebody like Coach Poise, I'm sure really helps you out, especially since he's kind of the one doing the main stuff. But
yeah, I mean, he does all, like, literally everything else. I'm just there helping the younger group make sure that they're lifting correctly.
so you're kind of more just like a supervisor.
For the younger age,
Yeah.
yeah, because like I don't put their lift regimens together or anything. Like he already has that all set up. It's just put on the board and I follow it. Obviously, I need to know what each lift is and what's important for each lift to look for.
Make sure the technique is correct.
Yeah, but like I don't actually put any of that together. But I'm taking this principles of strength and conditioning. Yeah. Basically, it's a strength and conditioning class.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning, like, you know, some of the stuff that goes into what he's doing for each and every, like, sport. But, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more that I would need to learn.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I think you still have to even go through like exams and everything to kind of get an official title if you want to be taken seriously, because there's definitely a lot of unlicensed coaches out there, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
These Instagram / social media coaches who
I know this, I know that. Like, no, you don't. Where's your certification? Where did you get this information from?
yeah, I mean,
Are you actually looking at journal articles, like actual research, or are you just doing it off your own personal experience?
yeah, because I mean,
Or what works for your body type, because your body type isn't going to be the same as everybody else's.
exactly, because all of these people think that all they have to do is say, oh, well, it worked for me, so I'm just gonna reflip this this program that somebody else made or developed for me and try to sell it myself.
Yeah, which isn't okay.
Yeah, of course not.
And
Because
then
like you
you're going to
said,
have people that it's not working for them, and they're going to feel angry or frustrated, and then they're not going to want to continue to try, or like they're wondering what's going on, and then it's very discouraging.
because if we're keeping it real, I mean, there's tons of information out there that's free.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like you really kind of have to necessarily pay for anything. The one benefit though to having trainers is obviously they kind of help keep you on track. One, a good trainer anyways.
Yeah.
They kind of help keep you on track, and they check in on you, and just to make sure that you're obviously doing, like you said, they're kind of like just supervising you. They're making sure that your technique's good, that you're pushing yourself, but obviously not hurting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
In certain situations. They obviously kind of have, they should have more than, decent knowledge in terms of working out. I would even say nutrition, because I feel like nutrition is really, really huge in terms of getting results. Obviously, you have to do the work, but if your nutrition is crap, then don't be surprised when somebody else who's more on their nutrition than you is getting, better results than you are.
Yeah, I'm not sure about like other just like strength and conditioning programs at other high schools, but Colin, like, he throws in like little talks or discussions about like sleep, about nutrition, water, hydration, like that kind of stuff. He sprinkles it in there. He kind of does what he can. Like, he can give them the information, but in the end it's still up to them to like actually put these things into practice.
Yeah,
he can really only control what actually goes on in the weight room.
Yeah, because they're the athletes at the end of the day. Colin's not going to be the one out on the field actually playing for them, or he's not the one in the cafeteria feeding them whatever. Because I've kind of broken training down. Well, actually fitness down into like 3 different kind of like sections. Because basically it's like diet, nutrition, it's rest and recovery, and then it's just the training aspect of it. And I would say that all 3 of them are as equally important, obviously, even though some people try to be like, well, this is more important than that, and that's more important than that. But I feel like it's kind of almost the same thing like photography, because it's triangle, and in photography / videography there's something called the exposure triangle, So that, which is affected by shutter speed, ISO, as well as
Frame rate?
Huh?
Frame rate?
No, frame rate's completely different.
Yeah,
well,
that's for video.
the shutter speed and that's for video with the frame rate. But and then aperture. You know, like if those things are off, you're not gonna get like a good exposure in a photo. But you know, that's why I kind of put those three like into a triangle in terms of, you know, getting max results. You know, if any of those three things are off, you're not going to be maximizing your gains or your results or anything.
Yeah, like looking at you right now, you're kind of dark, but other times you've been like nice and bright and glowy.
Yeah, it's probably not even focusing like on my face for some reason. It's on automatic, right?
ISO, yeah.
No, the AF over here.
AF.
Yeah, it's like
No, it's on manual.
It's on manual?
Apparently.
Oh my God, Panda.
I don't know anything about photography or videography.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on the
I
face.
just learned about the shutter speed and frame rate because of biomechanics, because of one of our labs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that way you brought it up?
We did video analysis of vertical jump with arm swing and no arm swing.
What did you find out?
About like what specifically?
Well, I don't know what.
Whatever.
Yeah, like what did you guys? What was the end result? Because you said swinging with, you said jumping with swinging your arms versus not swinging your arms.
Yeah. Well, there's like different theories out there about like how the arm swing affects the vertical jump. But basically, arm swing, there was a higher max height, so the arm swing was a higher jump than the no arm swing.
Mm-hmm.
Takeoff velocity, takeoff speed was also higher. What's it called? Takeoff height. So basically, like the point of where your center of gravity is, like right when you're coming off the ground, was also higher. And the arm swing jump, and that's because, like when you lift up your arms over your head, you're raising your center of gravity. So therefore, you're raising the takeoff height of your center of gravity.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And different things. The knee had higher peak extension angular velocity. Yeah, that's what we found for the most part.
So did you learn anything useful?
I learned that shutter speed has to do with the amount of light that gets let into the, what is it, lens or whatever. And then frame rate. Yeah. Frame rate.
Actually, aperture is what determines. Well, I mean, I guess they both kind of affect it because aperture is actually more so what determines how much light's actually being let into the lens, to the sensor. But
shutter speed is how long it's open for.
Yeah, exactly. Which determines how fast you're going to be able to capture a subject as well. Are you done eating?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Eating like a 5-course meal for breakfast.
What do you mean?
5-course snack meal.
What? I had half a chicken bacon, some breakfast crackers.
Is that good nutrition?
Yeah. I got my protein with the chicken. What's in these crackers?
Carbs.
They have 19 grams of whole grain.
Nothing but carbs.
Per 50 grams of serving. Oh, that's one packet.
I also forgot that you get protein out of the cheese that was in that chicken bake.
Yep, that too. I get 4 hours of nutritious, steady energy from these breakfast crackers.
How long do you have school for?
My first class is from 9:55 to 11:40, and my other class is from 2:40 to 4:25.
So it's not gonna last you 4 hours. So by your second class, the 4 hours is done.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say about these crackers? What did you say they are?
I was saying, I just say carbs.
35 grams.
So I already know the chicken bake has like 800 calories. How much do those crackers have?
I ate half of it. 230.
So you had 630.
Yes.
630 calories. I guess it's not too bad. For breakfast?
Yes. And then I have a peach chobani.
Chobani!
A banana.
Not sponsoring this video.
Yeah, no. I got them from Costco. I have that. I have a banana. I have a few.
The banana's gonna be like a little under 100. I just usually round up to 100 calories, but how much is the chobani?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Oh.
I have a few chocolate-covered peanut clusters. And then I also have a little container of blackberries.
Nice. So all in all, you're probably gonna have like what, probably like 1,200 before dinner?
Probably.
And then, what was I gonna say?
But
Do you even keep track? Do you even keep track of your calories, or you just kind of eat whatever?
I just kind of eat whatever.
Because I know you don't really eat like too much, but
No, not that much. But yeah, like even though I'm not like today, even though I'm not exercising or anything, I'm still gonna burn some of those calories just from living.
just from living.
Yeah.
Well, they call it the. Ooh, quick one, huh?
Ooh,
Keep on your toes. Well, that bus was just chilling here for a minute, and then
Yeah.
driving in the streets of San Francisco is like a gauntlet.
You're not wrong.
It's like an obstacle course every time we come down this way. Actually, that's why I'm pretty grateful that we live like on the outskirts.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
know.
I'm just like, if we had to live anywhere down in this area, I'd just be like, actually, it would suck.
Miserable.
We wouldn't have as much, like we wouldn't be able to have all the cars that we have. Because there's like no garages in some of these spots too. Not to mention the garages I think are actually smaller than a lot of these spots than where we're at.
Excuse me. Yes.
So, but yeah, back to college, I guess. So is there any other, are you gonna have to go to school after you graduate? Or is it mostly just gonna be like experience?
No, I would still need to go back for more school.
Is it just to actually like, so do chiropractors actually have to get like a special license in order for them to be considered like legit? Or?
I'm not sure if it's like a special license, but you do need to go back to school, chiropractic school specifically.
Yeah.
And for the guest speakers that came to talk to us, one of them was currently taking chiropractic classes, and then the other one is actually a chiropractor right now. And the one who's in school said that it's like 3.5 years more of school.
Well, I forgot to ask, which building am I dropping you off at?
Lone Mountain.
Oh, the one where your class starts at like 9:50.
9:55. Yeah.
Oh.
You have 10 minutes.
So I should probably make a right up over here too.
It's okay. I only have a quiz today. Well, that's not all I have. I'm just saying, you know, it's at the beginning of class.
The quiz.
Yeah. But he gives us like 30 minutes to take them. And even though I've showed up late, I finished faster than a lot of other people.
Wait, when have you shown up late to school?
I'm not like super late. It's only like a few minutes I walk in after.
Oh.
I blame Mom.
Well, you couldn't blame Mom today because I was chilling in the car for like 10 minutes waiting for you.
No. I was also making sure Mom was okay before we left.
Oh, awesome. I can go back and see if she needed anything.
That's why I only ended up with half a chicken bake.
Nice.
Well, do you need anything before I leave? She's like, well, I need to eat. And she's like, just leave. Bye. I'm like, bro, I'm not leaving you without food.
I'm debating whether I mean, it's only going to be for like an hour because then I'm going to get back home. Even though I'm debating whether to go to Costco or not.
I know, but still.
I'll probably wait till Monday or Tuesday, go to Costco after I drop you off. You have school on Monday, right?
Yeah.
You still have school like Monday through Friday?
Well, next week I don't think I have. Wait, what's next week? Let me double check before I say anything.
We can figure it out later.
None. 2 weeks I don't have school on Friday because that's leading into Easter
We
weekend.
can figure it out later because we only got like 4 more minutes of talking before it shuts off.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. So you wouldn't do anything different, huh? Like going back to college, you wouldn't really do.
I guess not. Just probably looking more into like what might interest me.
So you mean doing like more internships and things like that, or?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. But
Like I had suggested you do from like a while back.
Okay, but it's kind of hard to do when I have 2 jobs that I'm also working and fitting it into my class schedules.
It's weird.
Because they also have certain times that they want you to be coming in and it just doesn't fit with whatever I have going on.
True. It's hard, isn't it? It's tough. Life. There's only so many hours in the day, right? Right?
I'm thinking about slapping you.
I'm sure you think about that on a consistent basis.
Just for the views.
Whatever. You won't.
Say I won't.
Oh, why? Because now you want to be in the... You won't even be in the frame.
I know. My hand will be, though. It's warm.
It's Turk, right?
No. No.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
McAllister.
Whoops.
Then it's Golden Gate, then it's Turk. Wow.
Nah, bro.
Come on, dude. Know your streets of San Francisco.
I thought we'd already passed it for a second.
You know some the streets that I have never heard of before, but you don't know Turk.
No, it's not that I don't know Turk. I just said, oh, is this Turk? Because I thought we were already farther down.
No.
Well, clearly we weren't.
No. What's up, dude? You want to be in the video?
Do you have any recommendations? Okay, how about this? We'll close this off with, do you have any recommendations for anybody who's, I guess, going to be going through college, who's a senior in high school, like they're excited just to kind of go to college, get that like the college experience. What would you tell yourself as a senior going through high school and getting ready for college? Like what tips or recommendations would you give yourself?
All I would say is try to figure out something that you're actually gonna like doing for sure. But keep your options open, because like going into college, nobody ever mentioned anything about like going into chiropractic care or like what that's like and all this and all that. You know, I just knew about the basic physical therapy or like occupational therapist like type jobs within my field. So just like look at your options, I guess. Keep them open. Even if you have an idea of like, oh, I want to go into this for sure. Like, you don't have to commit yourself to something right away, but you need to make sure that you figure it out along the way.
Awesome. That's cool. Talk to y'all later. Boom. Ah!
Oh no.